Producer against Shasta tonight, Nick.
In fourth quarters and pass that ball around. It will really come down to that.
We just have to play with confidence. Last 6 titles. And healthy continue. We mentioned Travis Hall, and he's roaming the baseline. Ball. Woods comes up with a turnover. Here's a long. Enterprise gives it right back.
Yeah, it was a great look right there. Just had a little too much mustard on the pass and goes out of bounds.
5:03. Rebound.
Great effort by Williams there.
Oh, reverse layup doesn't go. Follow no good. Looked like somebody got away with a push in the back on Graham. Into the front court, Spastic. Nice crossover on a Jamie who gets a hand on the ball and then fires a fast. From 12. What touch!
And he is locked into this game right now. Beautiful touch there by the big man.
4:08 left in the first quarter. Woods, Spastic. 25 in the shot clock. Fitzhugh along the baseline. Pulls up from 8. Doesn't get the bounce. Williams up high for another board.
Yeah, I'd like to see Shasta get the ball into Williams some more. He's definitely feeling it right now.
He likes it right along those elbows there. He's on the left elbow this time. Backing up. Jump hook from 15. A little too far there, but now a follow and a foul. Good rebound by Golden as Shasta winning offensively and defensively rebounding.
Yeah, they're definitely setting the pace that they want to play right now. And Coach Callaway, I'm sure, is very happy with that.
Travis Hall picks up his first team second. First free throw is good by Wade Golden. 2 team fouls on Enterprise, 1 on Shasta, 3:41 left first quarter.
And since all of these games that they've played this year have been decided by 7 points, free throws will definitely play critical in tonight's game.
Both of them are made. We have our second lead change of the game. 10-9 our score.
Oh, nice look on the inside.
Ball loose out there. Boygbadin comes up with it. He's pushing front court. Hall gets away with a reach. Ball ends up with a Jamian. Jamian's going to back it out and set up. 25 in the shot clock.
Officials definitely letting them play here early in this game.
Graham with the ball on the right block. Skip pass, far side to Jamian. Williams wants it. Jamian takes a 17-footer. We got a whistle and a loose ball foul underneath.
And it looks like it was Gavin Graham got caught with a little push underneath there.
And Fitzhugh with a vociferous clapping of the hands. There are a lot of emotions running high here right now at Acker Gym. As into the ball game for the first time, Taylor Angley will replace Brad Woods for Enterprise. Also into the game for Shasta, number 22, Trevor Russell. Russell now running the point. Eboigbadin out. And here's the ball swung left side to Angley.
I think Enterprise really needs to attack this zone, either off the dribble or inside.
There's a pass down low, just what the doctor ordered. First attempt blocked, second followed by Hall, no good. Gets another rebound. On the drive, Spastic, nice pump fake.
With a nice ice cream scoop at the end there. And the Hornets can't even buy up a layup right now.
Into the front court with the basketball. Enterprise. Spastic thought 3. Back door is going to go out of bounds.
You know, I think the Hornets just need to calm down a little bit. I think they're playing a little too fast. I like that they're attacking the interior of the zone, but a lot of their passes have been a little bit sloppy, and they're rushing a lot of their layups as well.
Checking in Mason Phillips. He gets the ball off the inbounds pass, brings it up for Shasta. 2:05 to go in the first quarter. We'll reset the lineups for you here in just a moment. As a nice steal. One who just checked into the game and getting a quick layup. That was Todd Sadern.
Yeah, Shasta definitely needs to clean those up because that's playing right into Enterprise's game.
And now a turnover, almost. Another ball off somebody's face. Is unable to hang on to that one was Mason Phillips. Front court, another opportunity. Spastic spin move, takes it all the way in. He's going to the line for a pair.
And that's what I was talking about earlier. Attack the zone. Don't let them get set up. Don't let them get in formation. Attack and pick up those easy fouls.
That foul goes against a Jamian. His first, team's third. To the line, Spastic. He's got a pair coming up. And a one-point ball game. It's the first one. We have a tie. Already 2 lead changes in the game. 1:39 to play in the first quarter. A lot of activity out there right now. Much to keep track of. Second free throw good Third lead change of the game. 13-12. Jamian trapped in the backcourt. He's got 2 seconds to get it across, and he wisely calls timeout. We will take a quick timeout as well here on PlayOnSports.com. 13-12. Enterprise leading it with 1:29 to play. Opening quarter right here on your destination for high school sports. PlayOnSports.com.
Well, Shasta's certainly setting the pace there at the early get-go. But it looks like Enterprise is trying to curb that a little bit, coming out in that full court press, really attacking that zone, not letting Shasta get set up into it.
Avery Hawley in the ball game, normally number 35, wearing 44. So let's set the lineups for you. Out there on the floor, Mason Phillips, he's wearing number 30 for Shasta. Wade Golden still in the game, as is Austin Ajamian. Avery Hawley wearing 44 tonight. And then also Trevor Russell in for Shasta. Meanwhile, countering, Enterprise has Taylor Angley. Jordan Spastic still in the game. Travis Hall as well. And then Kalen Crisosto in, as is Todd Sater. Right now, Fitzhugh, who's on the bench, leading his team in scoring with 5 for Enterprise. Crisosto has 4. Brandon Williams with 6. He's out of the game right now for Shasta. 3 players with 2 for the Wolves. And we've got a conversation taking place with our officiating crew and the official scorers table.
I'll tell you what, Jeff, even though there's been a lot of action, these fans haven't missed a beat. They've been great so far.
They have. This is a perfect place to host these championships. The gym isn't too large where it swallows up a crowd, but it's not so small that you can't get everybody in.
Well, I'm sure these two, inner city rivals up in Redland would have loved to save the trip, the 90-minute trip down to Chico. But, for this great venue, I think they'll gladly take that chip for a chance at a title shot.
If you got to drive a little ways to get a section title, you'll do it.
Why not? Why not?
Meanwhile, the conversation continues out there, folks. We have a timeout on the floor. And again, not quite sure what the dialogue is about. Though the conversation is taking place with Shasta's coaching staff.
Almost looks like Crisosto is going to line up for some free throws here.
I wonder if
Jordan space check as well.
Well, it's a technical foul, and I'm wondering if there was someone wearing a number and it wasn't the correct number in the book, and that does result in a technical foul. If you don't have a player listed or listed correctly, then that is a technical. And stepping up, Spastic calmly hits 2 more free throws. He's 4 for 4 on the game.
And that's a tough, almost silly mistake to make.
Yeah,
if you're
a clerical error, But sometimes kids change jerseys or they bring a different one. Hawley was 35. I don't know if he's the culprit. He's wearing 44 now, but.
Well, hopefully that doesn't affect, the final score at the end of the game, because that would be rather unfortunate to have those 2 free throws.
Fitzhugh was coming into the game, but the official's saying you can't make the substitution on a technical foul. Coach Hayworth is now arguing. But I don't know if he's satisfied with the explanation, but he has gone from upset to acceptance. So he went through the 5 stages of grief really quickly on that sub. Fitzhugh will be in a moment. Sadern stays in the game.
Either way, we're back to basketball.
Angley with the ball, gives off to Spastic, who drives, takes it into the teeth of the defense, and draws a foul.
Yeah, even though they don't get the bucket there, those fouls are really starting to add up for Shasta and might be making Coach Calloway think of switching out of that zone.
Well, that long delay and then the technical really took Shasta out of rhythm. They were down 1 a moment ago with the ball. They give up the technical. Spastic at the line misses the first free throw, proving he is indeed human. But that really took them out of a little bit of rhythm as Fitzhugh will come in for Sater now. That foul on Ajamian, too, by the way, is his second, team's 4th.
And that's a big loss for them.
Still 1:15 to go in the first quarter, and Ajamian's still in the game at the moment. Second free throw good.
He's going to have to play very carefully with that second foul, not to pick it up too early heading into the second half.
Golden into the front court with the ball. Golden gives off to a Jamian. Quick pass to Phillips. Phillips, nice drive. Takes it in. Kick three. Corner. The corner three. Front iron. And nice job of Jamian slowing up the fast break. Then Hawley throws it away, and sitting there waiting for a layup and getting the pass is Angley.
That's too bad because Jamian made a great effort for the steal, but the Hornets swarmed all over that one to get it back as they do now.
What hustle by Spastic out there on the ground, gets the ball. 43 seconds to go on the shot clock. Spastic a little now out of control, and he travels.
Yeah,
There's hustle, and then there was hustling too much.
Yeah, and that's a little bit of the sloppiness that the Hornets were kind of showing earlier in the first quarter. They kind of settled down a little bit, but they just need to take some few breaths and get back into their game.
18-12 the score. Pushing is Phillips. Here's another corner three. That one back iron, no good from Russell. Pushing, front court. Jamian goes up. Players hitting the ground hard, and we've got the ball knocked off of Jamian. And Jamian saying, hey, there should be a pass interference call in there somewhere.
Well, it's a good thing that the officials kept the flag in the pocket there because that's just a nice loose ball play by both players. No harm, no foul.
Hall and Jamian tangle. Both players are going to have bruises out of it. Maybe a half-second differential between. Actually, the shot clock should be turned off as Spastic back in the game. Around a pick by Fitzhugh. 18-12. Reading leading. Enterprise leading from Reading. 15, now 14, 13 on the clock. 12. Spastic with 10, with 9. Spastic nice, tries to crossover, ball knocked away, keeps possession, spin move, dump down low. This is Hall, tries to pass, ball knocked out of bounds, 2.3 seconds left.
Very good patient defense there, not to get the cheap foul with the reach. And Enterprise is going to have to set up some sort of quick shot here with about 2 seconds left.
Angley in for Saturn. Actually, that ball off Enterprise, Shasta with it. You're right. Quick inbounds. Pass, Phillips is not going to get the shot off in time. And that will end the first quarter that started out well for Shasta, but a technical foul due to an error in the book slows their momentum, and Enterprise takes an 18-12 lead into the break. You're following the action on your destination for high school sports, playonsports.com. And folks, want to let you know that if you would like to find out how to do what we're doing here today with your school, then you want to get on the school broadcast program. That's right, folks, the school broadcast program on Play on Sports. A great way to give your students an opportunity to get sports broadcasting experience, as well as having your events, not just sporting events, but shoot your choir performance, academic decathlon, whatever else you want to have, available for people to watch around the world on the web. You can do it with the school broadcast program. Your broadcast, your platform, your content. Just go to www.playonsports.com/SBP for more information.
As I mentioned, this is a very critical quarter here for the Wolves. They've come out strong in the past against the Hornets, but have been outscored 32-49 in the second quarter. So let's see if they can keep pace here.
Eboigbeden back in the ball game. Long three, gets the rebound off the miss. Shot a Jamian three-pointer, no good. Rebound, two players going for it, same team. Here's a layup, and that's going to fall for Golden. Certainly Shasta winning the rebounding battle in the first half.
Yeah, and the Hornets just need to be more dedicated to boxing out right there.
Spastic, Hall, Fitzhugh. Angley, Chrysosto on the floor for Enterprise. Williams back in, Eboigbeden. Golden, Ajamian, and Graham on the floor for the Wolves. Here's the ball knocked away. Eboigbeden can't get the steal. Hall has a shot blocked by Williams. Long pass, Eboigbeden. Enterprise is back. Eboigbeden doesn't care. He's going to draw the foul on Angley.
You know, it looked like a pretty clean swipe right there, but I think the officials saw the head jerk back right there, so causing him to blow the whistle.
That is Angley's first, team's third.
I'd like to see the Shasta Wolves try to get the ball back in Williams' hands.
Saturn in, Hall in. Spastic. Woods on the floor. And Chrysosto. Here's a Jamian jumper. Strong. Chrysosto the rebound. Spastic with the basketball. 1 minute into the second quarter. Saturn in the corner. Dump low to Spastic. He's going to be knocked away by Shasta. You know, the game was a really fast pace through the first 4 or 5 minutes. That technical foul slowed everything down, and now it seems like the teams have caught their breath here a little bit, Nick.
Yeah, I think with the quarter break, too, that kind of had that same effect, too. We'll see if they get off to the races once again. Been very entertaining, though, so far.
18 to go on the shot clock. Spastic straight away against the zone. Left side Saturn. Saturn sporting a bandage on that right elbow. Gets a return pass. 8 on the shot clock. Spastic with 6.
It's got to go.
He's just going to step, take a 3, and leave it well short.
See, I'd like Spacek to really just drive it right there and try to pick up the foul. He's really proven that he can get on the interior of that Shasta zone and cause some problems.
Fitzhugh will replace Spastic in the lineup. 6:36 left in the first half.
The Wolves have largely handled the Enterprise full court press very nicely here in this first half.
Golden with the basketball. Golden looking for a pick from Graham, and it's stolen. Boy, those are active hands by Enterprise. Fitzhugh all the way, hits the layup. Now a Jamian, the ball handler. But it seems like Shasta, every time they try to make a move, Enterprise is getting a hand in there and knocking the ball free.
Yeah, very quick hands by these Hornets, and I think that's one of the main reasons they're 24-3 right now.
Williams looking for the ball in the high post, but he's got a guy there. It's Graham. Graham one dribble pull up, 16-footer right elbow. No, and we got a loose ball foul. It's going to go against Hall. Or excuse me, Woods. That'll be the team's 4th. That's the first on Woods.
The Wolves keep attacking those weak side rebounds because Enterprise is just giving it to them right now.
Golden out of the game. Mason Phillips in for Shasta. Spastic back in will replace Brad Woods. A Jamian inbounds into the corner to Graham. Now Phillips with it into the post. Williams, high arcing shot, no good. And now a steal. Nice job, great hustle play by Graham. Boygbaden falls down. And coming up with it, Chrysosto. Chrysosto driving, and that's going to be a charge. Nice job by Phillips. Chrysosto picked up his first.
Yeah, very nice positioning there by the young man. It almost seems like the ball is a bit slippery tonight. Both teams having a little bit of trouble holding on to it.
Well, Williams was so dominant in the paint. I'd love to see Shasta keep going. He gets the ball at the free throw line, and that is his spot. He missed that last one, left it a little bit short, but it was a powerful move.
I agree with you, Jeff. He needs to touch the ball at least once on every possession, I'd say.
Boygbaden off the inbounds. Gives back to Graham. Graham back to Boygbaden. Left side of Jamian, looking at the post to Williams. Back in the game, Evers had been out for a while. A Jamian on the drive, cut off, gives to Phillips. Phillips wants a pick. Phillips almost loses the handle once again. Picks up the dribble into the high left elbow. Williams tries to make a move on Evers, steps around him, layup no. Phillips the rebound. Phillips pump fake, gives to Boygbaden, he hits it.
And that was all created by the great cut by Phillips. Even though he didn't get the pass, he stuck with it, got the rebound, and got the assist. Nice job.
He had a choppy first quarter, did Phillips, but he has found his rhythm here in the second.
Absolutely.
20-16 Enterprise by 4, 5 minutes remaining first half. Evers on the left block. Needs to make his presence felt. Here he goes. Evers, turnaround, 5-footer off glass. No, a Jamian the rebound, and Evers has picked up his second foul.
And that's a careless second foul there.
Against the shortest player on the floor.
The big man needs to go into the backboard on that one to try to get the foul. Instead, he gets a foul himself.
And now any foul by Enterprise is going to result in free throws for Shasta. Boygbaden bringing it up, gets it around Angley into the front court, almost loses the ball. Players coming up behind, and we got a foul, and that is going to put Boygbaden at the free throw line as Saturn just picked up his first.
Saturn a little too aggressive there. But if you're Coach Hayworth, you like your team's intensity right now.
Well, you're running a lot of guys out there if you're Mike Hayworth, and so if that's the case, you got a lot of fouls to use. And only Evers has 2. Boygbaden at the free throw line, he's 2 out of 2, 4 points in the game. Here's the front end. Free throw's good.
Very nicely done.
Nice concentration because the Enterprise crowd is really chanting it up over there. 3-point game, 4:45 left in the half. Boygbaden, second free throw, no good. Battle for the loose ball. Enterprise is going to track it down. That was Fitzhugh. Spastic into the front court. Pulls up from 15, short. Rebounded by Graham.
See, that's another pull-up by Spacek that he needs to take to the rim.
Oh, nice no-look by Phillips. Boygbaden fouled and can't get the bucket to go. What a feed by Mason Phillips.
Tremendous effort to look off the defender there. And he's made 2 great passes in the second quarter to set up his teammates.
Travis Hall picked up his second, team's 8th, and this time Boygbaden at the line for 2 free throws. Woods is going to check in a moment, as is Crisosto. Free throw good again. Eboigbedan, 3 of 4. Saturn out, as is Spastic.
Yeah, Coach Hayworth, I think, kind of mixing up the lineup right now as Shasta is clawing back in, trying to get the lead here.
Eboigbedan, second free throw. No good. Rebound goes to Angley. Crisosto into the front court. Left corner. With it again, Angley. Williams, nice job closing out. Enterprise not trying a lot of threes so far. Crisosto along the baseline. Gets stuck down low. Reverse layup, and we got a foul. And that's the situation there. You got a shorter guard in there. With the big guys, you just go straight up. You don't even have to leave your feet.
That's exactly right. And it's hard with these young guys. You know, they want to get the big swat. Hear the crowd go, ooh, but you know what? Keep those feet, get the block, get the rebound, and head on your way.
It's what you learn as a player is, yeah, I can get the ooh or I get my second foul and I'm sitting on the bench.
Exactly.
There are no oohs when you're sitting on the bench. Crisosto hits the first free throw. And Williams, who picked up that second personal, is going to have to come out of the game, replaced by Wade Golden. And Golden with 4 points, but that's a big loss. I mean, that's a paint presence on the offensive and defensive ends that's difficult to replace.
You're exactly right. He hasn't gotten a lot of touches in the second quarter, but they really need to go back to him if they want to be successful in this game.
Tyler Aites has just replaced Travis Hall in the lineup for Enterprise. Crisosto trying to make it a 3-point game. He does not. Rebounded by Golden. Golden gives to Trevor Russell, who's now trapped in the backcourt. Looking for some help, and we got a quick pass. Fitzhugh off the steal, no good. Phillips the rebound. Phillips has a guy open, and he's going to be fouled. He had wide open on the break Graham, but Enterprise fouled him, and Phillips is going to go to the line.
You got to love Enterprise's busy hands, but they're just not attacking the rim. They're settling for jump shots right now when they should be going and getting those easy layups, or at least going to the free throw line.
Fitzhugh picks up the foul his first. I thought Enterprise got away with the travel there. I think it was Fitzhugh who was sliding along the ground like a slip and slide. He went about 5 feet.
Yeah, they are definitely winning the 50-50 balls right now, though. Tip of the cap to them.
Free throw no good by Phillips. Still a 3-point game, 21-18, 3:50 remaining in the half. Here is a 3 by Angley. No good. Rebound goes to Graham.
And they really need to get Angley going. He's 33% from the three-point arc on the year.
Graham gets to Eboigbedan. Nice switch by Crisosto. Now Eboigbedan on the back door, wide open layup. What a feed by Russell.
Beautiful feed and beautiful cut right there by the young man. And Shasta is just kind of slicing and dicing the Enterprise defense right now.
1-point game. 3:15 to go in the half. Angley in the corner. Down along the baseline, breaking the trap, and that's sent right back out by Golden. Russell on the break. He's going to pick up the dribble and then throw it away.
Yeah, that's a tough place to pick up.
Oh, and a dunk by Fitzhugh.
And that might be the juice they need to extend their lead heading into halftime with 2:50 left.
Well, there's a wide open Graham for a layup on another dish from Russell, who's had 2 assists and a turnover in his last 3 plays.
You know, that's
feast or famine.
No, Fitzhugh, you got the dunk, but you got to get back on defense. You can't get into the home run trot after the dunk.
Down along the baseline, Crisosto, 15-footer, gets the roll. He has 7. Eboigbedan in the front court. He's got a 1-on-2, and it's knocked away from the backside by Angley, who was making the steal, falling out of bounds, and signaling for a foul call all at the same time.
I like Angley. He's a scrappy little player, all over the place, getting swatted balls. He's going to be key to their victory.
Spastic back in the game, replacing Angley. Phillips lost the ball, taps to Russell. Graham with it above his head, looking for Golden on a cut. Russell comes open. Instead, Graham gets away with a push-off, a reverse layup. Nice D by Crisosto, and Eboigbedan with a loose ball foul. That's going to be the 16th foul against Shasta, the first on Brandon Eboigbedan.
Yeah, and that's a tough foul to pick up 90 feet away from the basket.
That's a frustration foul right there. Avery Hawley's going to check in and replace Russell. 2:11 left in the half. 3-point advantage for Enterprise, 25-22. It has been a tight game, as we anticipated. Enterprise with 22 on the shot clock. Under 2 minutes to play. Down in the block, stolen by Hawley. Hawley takes it away from Eights. Takes it all the way to the basket and hits the layup, coast to coast.
Very deceivingly fast.
Atlantic to the Pacific, and he brought his surfboard. 25-24. Spastic down low. Hawley almost took it away again. Spastic spin move in the key and traveled.
That's a good call. He wasn't in control of his body.
No.
And Spacek, I think, can make some great contributions to this game if he just slows down about 2 or 3 miles per hour. He's just playing way too fast.
Travis Hall into the game will replace Eights. Full court press by Enterprise, and Enterprise forces the turnover. We got a jump ball, and the possession arrow favors Enterprise. They do force the turnover.
Yeah, they're getting the turnovers that they usually generate off their full court press right there.
Well, Shasta's kind of playing loose on the inbounds pass. I mean, that was kind of a very casual, there's nobody defending my guy pass inbounds, and the double team was right on top of a Boigbidin.
Yeah, that's a big mistake with a very fast-paced, scrappy team like Enterprise.
Minute 30 to go in the half. Spastic inbounds, Angley out high, back in the game. This is Fitzhugh. Fitzhugh, Hawley has got quick hands. Here is Boigbidin all the way. Layup, no. Angley with a play. That would have been enough for a Shasta lead. Underneath, Hall is swatted by Graham, who can't believe he just got a foul called against him.
Yeah, that's tough, but anytime you swing the arm down like that, the official's going to be inclined to call it. Tough call right there.
Boigbidin upset with himself. He got open, but Angley got in his way just enough to alter the shot. And that's another momentum swing in this game. And now Hall at the free throw line. And Graham picked up his second personal to go along with Williams. Hall's free throw no good. His first trip to the line, scoreless in the game. Woods is going to come back in. He will replace Angley. Angley comes in. It's like he comes in for special secret ops missions. I want you to go and make a couple of plays. We'll get you right back out. We'll drop you in again.
Well, you need those role players to have a good basketball team and to make it this far in the section tournament.
Jamian back in the game. He's going to replace Graham, and Jamian has 2 personal fouls as well. We forgot about him. He's been out so long. 3 players with 2 for Shasta. Second free throw. No good. Rebounded by Phillips. He gives to Jamian. 1:05 to play in the half. Shasta once again an opportunity to take the lead. We've had 3 lead changes in the game, but pretty much Enterprise from the early part, or for the latter part of the first quarter, has held on to that lead. 20 on the shot clock.
Yeah, they should really try to milk this down, but they won't.
Because Golden says, I'm going to knock down a 3.
I was going to say try to milk it down as much as you can, but Golden is feeling it right now with that trifecta.
9-second differential between the shot and the game clock. 26 on that shot clock right now. Here's Woods. Fitzhugh. Hard to believe we're just in the first half. This is an emotional, tense ball game. 19 on the shot clock. Spastic. Skip pass, far side, Chrysosto. 14 on the clock. Woods into the corner, Spastic. Skip pass again, Chrysosto. He's open for 3. He'll hit it, and we got another lead change.
It looks like they're actually going to
call it a 2.
It looks like his toe was just on the line right there.
Chrysosto has 9. 7 seconds to play in the half. We're tied at 27 with 5. Jamian. Boigbidin for a 3. Strong. Rebound Golden. He loses the ball, and that will end the half. Well, we've played 16 minutes, Nick, and we've decided nothing. We're tied as we were at the beginning of the game before they tossed the ball up for the opening tip. 27 apiece here in the boys Division III championship game. Folks, we're going to take a quick break on PlayOnSports.com, then come back with the PlayOnSports.com halftime show. Again, your halftime score. We are tied at 27. The number 1 seed Enterprise, the number 3 seed Shasta. Right here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. Back in a few. Back here on PlayOnSports.com. It's the PlayOnSports.com halftime show. Jeff Kurtz alongside Nick Dobis, producer Jared Nelson, and Daniel Luna running the camera for us here at Chico State University, where we have the score knotted up at 27. Shasta, the number 3 seed, against Enterprise, the number 1 seed. Let's go through the scoring with you. First for the Enterprise Hornets, Kalen Chrysosto with 9 points in the game. Also Andrew Fitzhugh with 9. Jordan Spasczyk with 5, Taylor Angley with 2, and we would be remiss without correcting. A thank you to the Enterprise fans who let us know Todd Saturn with 2 as well. And Shasta is led by Brandon Eboigbeden with 8. Wade Golden has 7. Brandon Williams with 6, all 6 of those in the first quarter. Austin Ajamian, Gavin Graham, and Avery Hawley all with 2 apiece. Well, Nick, we looked at our keys to this ball game. You mentioned rebounding was even coming in. Shasta seems to have a slight edge there. They had that administrative error. It did turn out to be Avery Hawley was signed off by his coach as wearing number 35. Then he takes off his warm-up shirt. He's wearing 44. And it results in a technical and actually 4 points because, or actually I think it might have been 3. They made 1 out of 2 free throws after being fouled on the subsequent possession of the Hornets. So, but Shasta's able to come back, and they've tied it up.
They certainly have, and hopefully that clerical error won't come back to bite them. But as you said, perception-wise, they've definitely won the rebounding game, which is, as I said, is what they need to do in order to pull this game out. And importantly, I think what is more important, they won that second quarter. They got the lead back. The last 3 times they played this Enterprise team, they've lost that second quarter, lost a lot of momentum going into the second half. I think right now they're definitely the ones with momentum right now. But they definitely need to take better care of the ball, not only on the inbounds after baskets, but on ball, because those defenders for Enterprise have been very scrappy so far.
It's even in so many ways between these two teams. Each team has made 6 free throws. Shasta 6 of 9. Enterprise 6 of 10. Each team has 1 3. So Shasta's doing what they wanted to do in that they were going to force Enterprise to take threes. Enterprise hasn't taken a lot. They've only made 1. So that hasn't really been much of a factor. They've been packing it in the paint. Brandon Evers has been in foul trouble. Hasn't been much of a factor for Enterprise. He's back out there now. Brandon Williams had a great first quarter, picked up his second. He has been non-existent in the second quarter. So those two guys, I think, need to – it's going to be who controls the interior between those two is going to be a big difference in this game.
I couldn't agree more. The Hornets have done a good job generating turnovers, but they just need to slow down a little bit when they're playing. They're rushing shots, throwing passes way too hard. I think if they can slow down and continue to attack the interior and take over, they have a great chance of winning this game.
Shasta will start out with the basketball to begin the second half of play. Again in the purple jerseys going right to left. Golden, Graham, Ajamian, Eboigbeden, and Williams on the floor for the Wolves. We'll get Enterprise in a moment as Enterprise surrenders the lead, our 5th lead change of the game. Quit bucket for Golden.
And great attack there to get Golden open down low.
Enterprise counters with Evers and turns it over. Chrysosto, Fitzhugh, Angley, and Shasta sends it right back to Enterprise. And Spasczyk.
Yeah, and that's a pass that the young man doesn't need to make there. Trying to rush it a little bit too much and just makes a silly pass out of bounds.
Spasczyk front court gives to Angley. Angley getting the start in the second half in place of Woods. Nice wide open feed to Evers. Great read by Spasczyk, and Evers has his first points of the game.
Yeah, Evers caught Williams napping down on the baseline right there, probably because Evers hasn't played that much in this game so far.
Here's a pass, high post, driving Graham all the way, and he may have drawn the 3rd foul on Evers.
Yeah, we'll have to see here. It does indeed look like it's Evers, and that's a big 3rd foul really early here in this 3rd quarter. Takes away a lot of their size. We'll see if Coach keeps them in.
Graham shooting 2. And he makes it.
And it does indeed look like that Evers will stay on the court. The big man now can't jump at all, has to keep his arms up and not pick up an offensive foul on the other end.
Second free throw also good. Well, you got to get some kind of flow in the game if you're Brandon Evers, if you're going to be a factor. He did get his first bucket a moment ago. He picks up his 3rd foul.
Yeah, he's going to have to have an impact on defense as well against Williams.
Spasczyk straight away. Down low along the baseline. Chrysosto reverse layup around Williams. What a shot.
See, that's what we were talking about at halftime. Keep attacking that interior of the zone.
I'm amazed at how much room Enterprise is getting along the baseline. You'd think you'd use that baseline as an extra defender, but Shasta hasn't been able to cut off the Hornets along the drive. Graham's going to just take a 3, and he calmly hits it.
Well, Crisosto did not close out on that one, and he just took a wide open three right there.
Nice feed. Evers gives off to Crisosto to Spastic. Outside Fitzhugh. One dribble pull up 17-footer. No good. Tapped out. Angley's got the ball. Feed down low. Long outlet. Aboigden. Shasta on the steal. Here comes Aboigden up over everybody, and that's an easy charge call.
You see, and he had Taylor Angley streaking down the left side. If he would have just hesitated and made the pass on the inside, that would have been a wide open layup for Angley. Instead, it's a charge the other way.
Or pull up from 10 feet and bank it off the glass. Aboigden picks up his second. Each team with a team foul in the second half. We are under the 6-minute mark of the third quarter. Crisosto looking postward for Evers. Evers saves the ball from going out of bounds. Spastic on the penetration, cut off by Jamian. Skip pass near side Angley. This is Fitzhugh now on the drive with a left hand, and we got a foul.
Looks like it's going to be a holding call.
That's on a Jamian. That's going to be his third.
Both teams dealing with a bit of foul trouble here early in the third quarter. And both coaches elected to keep their players in.
Actually, they're going to say it's on Aboigden. That's his third instead. Jamian still with two. That layup is good. And now we got a foul the other way, and this is going to go against Fitzhugh. That's his second.
Yeah, Fitzhugh just missed the charge by about a half a second there. Was in the right spot, but didn't quite have his feet underneath them. Good effort, though.
One-point Shasta advantage. Golden at the line for a pair. Makes the first one. He's now 3 out of 3.
And neither team really hesitated scoring points coming out of the gate, did they?
No, they did not. 5:35 left, third quarter. Second free throw, no good. Graham the rebound. Graham the putback, no. Nice defense by Crisosto. Evers the board. 5:25 left in the third. Crisosto. Spastic, now Angley. Extending that zone is Shasta. Down in the block, Fitzhugh. Gives to Crisosto along the baseline. Kick out Angley. 3 ball.
And that's why you need to attack the inside, because you can work that inside-out game. Nice shot there by Crisosto.
1-point advantage for Enterprise on the drive. Golden takes it all the way. No. Rebound Fitzhugh. Into the front court. Crisosto is going to take it all the way around to Jamian. Not able to convert the layup. Williams the board. Aboigden the other way. Jamian pulls up from 15. Fade away, no. Angley the rebound. Long outlet. Golden is going to steal it, try to call time. We got a ducking official, Graham stepped on the line first.
Yeah, that's a tough play to make to get the timeout call, but the official made the right call right there.
Even while ducking, thinking that Graham was going to try to save it right at his head from point-blank range. High post Spastic, down low. Evers going for the steal was Graham, and you gamble, and sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and that time Evers gets his 4th point of the game.
And that's not a good sign of your Shasta.
Jamian with the ball.
See, Shasta needs to slow down a little bit. They've rushed their last few possessions.
Aboigden's 3, no good. Evers the rebound. Fading a little bit was Aboigden on that one.
And this pace is playing right into Enterprise's hands.
Corner, Angley, another 3, front iron. Rebound, Crisosto. He's going to draw a foul on a Jamian. That's going to be his 3rd.
So we mentioned Shasta was winning the rebounding game in the first half, but Enterprise is looking to take that advantage away, coming up with some big offensive boards.
Shasta looks tired, don't they?
They do look tired. They're going to have to dig deep here because Enterprise is making quite a surge right now.
39-35. Once again, Shasta had gained a lead. Enterprise got it back. 7 lead changes in the game. Crisosto, I've got him with 14 points in the contest. Second free throw short. Graham the rebound. Gives to Golden. Golden around a pick by Graham. Jamian with the ball on the wing. On the drive, Aboigden. Strong move, leaves it short. Evers the rebound.
That's too bad because that was one of their stronger offensive possessions of the second half.
There's also high post. Evers tries to pass it down low, and Williams will knock it out of bounds. Hawley is going to come in replacing Williams.
Williams has been very quiet since that first quarter, and the Hornets have neutralized him nicely.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick timeout as well here on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports.
Play on Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at Play on Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
Well, Mike Hayworth was substituting liberally in the first half, but he's really letting his guys play here in the second.
No, I think he's found a lineup that he really likes, and it's been working out very well for them right now.
Williams is going to stay in the game. It's Hawley, Williams, Ajamian, Eboigbeden, and Golden. So Graham is out.
Williams definitely needs to pick up his impact in order to keep the Wolves in this thing.
Spastic with the ball. Looking for an exchange with Fitzhugh. 14 on the shot clock. With 10, ball into the post to Evers on the left block. He goes around Williams, the block. What a play by Williams.
Very nice job, didn't jump that time.
And we got a foul on Angley, who didn't give Eboigbeden space to land on that pass from Ajamian. I keep trying to give Ajamian his third personal foul, but he still only has 2 as they gave that last shooting foul to Williams. So Williams has 3 and Eboigbeden has 3 for Shasta. 2:53 remaining in the third. 39-35 Enterprise. Ajamian on the penetration. White jerseys everywhere. 24 on the shot clock. Evers the steal, knocking the ball away on the post pass to Williams.
And Eboigbeden really needed to make that a bounce pass if he was trying to get into Williams.
Backdoor look, Angley. Eboigbeden got a hand on it. Angley saves. Fitzhugh's going to take a 3. No good. Evers the rebound and the putback.
Evers, who's had some foul trouble, has really come alive here in this third quarter.
Hawley's going to take it right at Evers and leave it short. Not a bad idea, but Evers doing a good job avoiding contact.
Evers moves really well for his size, getting up and down the court. Good job by the big man.
2 minutes to play in the third. Spastic on the penetration, takes it all the way, gets a step, gets the layup.
See, and that's the nice, calm, cool, collected move I've been waiting to see out of Spastic all night. He was so out of control in the first half, and that's a big mistake for the Wolves right there, but good turnover by the Hornets.
Golden and Williams not sure what to do there. Williams could have run the baseline, but he's going to come out of the game, and Mason Phillips will come in. 8-point game for Enterprise. 1:47 to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, this is a very critical few minutes here.
Evers can't get the 8-footer to drop, and Hawley the rebound, and the long outlet to Eboigbeden, who has to save it. Another turnover by Shasta, playing fast and loose with the basketball. And wide open on a backdoor pass to Crisosto, who finishes.
Sloppy turnovers by the Wolves is leading to opportunities for the Hornets right now.
Ajamian fadeaway 3, that doesn't get made too often. He misses. Spastic the rebound. Into the front court. Enterprise is going to draw a foul from Ajamian, and I'm not calling it anything until I see them flash number 4 up there with 3 personals.
I think you got it that time.
He was the only one in the area code, but boy, Enterprise up 10. They have just been chipping and chipping and chipping at Shasta's stamina. The Wolves just look like a tired basketball team.
They really have. And Evers, even though he picked up that third foul really early in the third quarter, has really made a big impact with some big buckets in this third quarter.
Angley's going to come out. Woods in. Russell replaces Ajamian. Both free throws are good from Spastic. He's got 9. And now the Hornets coming up with a press. Woods the steal, the left-handed layup.
Oh, beautiful finish there.
Pretty. And now another turnover. Woods' second steal in a row. Russell knocks it back. Now Woods has it. We've got Eboigbeden and Woods wrestling for the basketball.
Well, the wheels have certainly come off at this point, and I think the officials are just trying to keep this thing in hand.
Well, Shasta is very frustrated.
Well, I don't blame him. Like I said, the wheels have certainly come off within the last 2 minutes here.
They're going to call that foul on Eboigbedim, his fourth. Eboigbedim better be careful. The official doing a nice job restraining himself from teeing him up. He would have been out of the game.
Surprised he's still in the game with 4 minutes, or with 4 fouls, I should say.
And under a minute to play in the third quarter. Pass along the baseline. Going up and drawing a foul is Crisosto. Phillips can't believe it, and Shasta's spending a little bit too much time being concerned about how this game's being officiated.
I agree. Their mental state is really fragile right now. Give up a lot of big turnovers to lead the buckets and fouls. They need to collect their collective breaths here, settle in, and try to make a big push in the fourth quarter.
I'm kind of surprised that Coach Callaway hasn't called a timeout here. Free throw, short.
I know some coaches like to let their teams play through the adversity, but I think that was way too much. I agree with you. He probably should have called a timeout.
Second free throw, good. 1 out of 2. Travis Hall and Woods are in. Evers is going to come out. Smart move by Coach Hayworth, protecting Evers, who has 6 points in the quarter after picking up that third personal foul.
Yeah, the big man deserves a blow after having a very nice third quarter.
Eboigbedim into the front court with a basketball. Gives to Golden, who's going to take it all the way. A flying layup, no good. Crisosto, nice box out on Hawley, gets the rebound. 35 seconds to play in the quarter. About a 5-second differential between the shot and the game clock. 50-35 Enterprise. Enterprise looking for back-to-back titles. They're 6th in 7 years. Crisosto with 13 on the shot clock. Spastic with 11, now 10. 8, 7, 6, 5. Spastic with 4, with 3, crosses over 2, 1, kick, corner, 3, over, Eboigbedim air ball. And unfortunately for Spastic, he comes down on that ankle. His teammate's trying to pick him up, but he is hurt.
That's tough.
He took it into the key and landed on somebody, and I didn't see him turn it because I was watching Crisosto watch the jump shot, but he is not putting a lot of weight on that thing.
Well, there's about 100 different ways that injure an ankle in basketball, whether you come down on a player's foot or you just come down awkwardly and land sideways. Let's hope the young man is okay, and hopefully we'll see him back in this game. If not, we'll see if he can get in good health before the state tournament.
Woods picked him up, practically lifted him right up off the ground. Spastic was like, hey, wait a minute, my ankle hurts a little bit. Let me lie here for a second.
Try to pick him up like a sack of potatoes right there.
4 seconds left in the third quarter. Crisosto, Fitzhugh in the ballgame. Quick inbounds. Here is Phillips. He's got 2. Eboigbedim with 1. They don't realize the quarter's going to run out. Boy, it is just a tough third quarter for Shasta, who needs to get themselves back into this game mentally. It was tied at 27 at the end of the half, but now it is a 50-35 Enterprise lead right here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you're watching here tonight? Well, tell your school to sign up for the Play On Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Unofficially, I've got Crisosto with 17 to lead all scorers. He had 8 in the quarter. Taylor Angley hit a big 3. Spastic had 4 points before he went down with that injured ankle, and a lot of people huddled around him on the trainer's table over there. Meanwhile, Wade Golden and Gavin Graham got the quarter off to a good start for for Shasta. They actually had the lead for a little while, did the Wolves, but after that they went stone cold. Only 8 points in the quarter, outscored by 15.
They did, and one of the things we talked about at halftime is that they needed to take better care of the ball in the inbounds, particularly after a bucket, and they just went through a 2-minute stretch there that was only be described as disastrous, so they really need to clean that up.
Woods, Fitzhugh, Crisosto, Hall, and Angley on the floor for Enterprise. We'll get you Shasta in just a moment. It's a Jamie and Hawley, Eboigbedim, Phillips, and Golden. Hawley blocks a shot attempt by Hall, and then Fitzhugh is fouled. Eboigbedim has picked up his 5th.
He can only be frustrated with himself for not boxing out right there. And that's really another aspect of the game that Enterprise has taken over. Not only forcing the turnovers they want, but starting to take over the rebounding battle as well.
That was a battle that was being won by Shasta in the first half. I'm surprised Eboigbedim was still in there with those 4 personals. Instead, Gavin Graham, who only has 2 in the game, now up off the bench and in for Eboigbedim. So Eboigbedim has 8 first-half points, and that is where he finishes the evening.
Yeah, it's tough because Shasta just lost one of their main spark plugs right there.
He led the team in scoring. Golden now has 10 in the game to lead their squad. Fitzhugh missed the first attempt, second offering. 1 out of 2.
And I like that Enterprise is still staying in their press. Don't rest on your laurels.
And Hall's going to get called for a reach. It's only the 4th team foul against Enterprise. Playing as aggressively as they do, only 4 team fouls in the second half.
I was just going to say, even though that's a foul, as if you're Coach Hayworth, that's a good foul that you like to see. Like to see your team keeping up the intensity.
Inbounds to a Jamian. Jamian picked up by Angley. Golden on the drive. Golden pulls up. Nice defense by Woods, and the rebound to Crisosto.
See, and the other thing, Shasta's shot selection has drastically gone worse as the game progresses well. They need to go back to being patient, get some stops on defense, and get some good shots on offense. Maybe
a couple of transition buckets if they can. Though Enterprise very good at getting back on transition off turnovers. This is a ball that's going to be knocked out of bounds off of Golden. Nice sportsmanship by Shasta and Enterprise. Golden helping Crisosto up off the floor after he knocked him over. And then Hall doing a little bit of light housekeeping over there. I wonder if he does windows, because he sure got the water off that floor pretty quickly. Into the post, Evers. Evers double teamed, and we got a hold.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Shasta's a little too concerned with the officiating right now, because I don't know what Phillips is complaining about. He grabbed him right on the wrist.
Well, I think the complaint is more from Graham in that, hey, I just got knocked down. Where's the player control foul? But instead, Phillips picks up his 2nd, and that is a bonus situation for Evers. Free throw, no good. Hawley the rebound.
Hawley, who was a bit of a spark plug in the first half, has got to come in and contribute some big minutes in this 4th quarter.
Here's a 3-pointer by Graham. No. Rebound, Golden, follow, no good. And Woods the board. Crisosto on the drive takes it all the way. Blocked out of bounds by Graham, but we got a foul. Might be on a Jamian before Graham got to the block. That is 4 on a Jamian.
Looks like Crisosto took a shot to the face on that one.
Inadvertent, it looks like. Up off the bench for Shasta is John Kiali Nohomoku. They call him Johnny K, and so will we the rest of the broadcast. He will be checking in just a moment.
It would be interesting to see if they ever go with Johnny K and Williams, because that's a lot of size down low.
Free throw by Crisosto is good. Well, they need to do something quickly. 52-35.
Yeah, the Hornets have certainly stolen the momentum late in the 3rd quarter and haven't given it back yet.
Second free throw is also good. And we got a whistle and a timeout called by Shasta. Full timeout called by Coach Callaway. We'll keep it right here on PlayOnSports.com. 6:32 remaining in the game. Enterprise at the moment up by 18 with a comfortable margin. Folks, you wonder about our coverage tomorrow in the northern section. We got 6 games for you beginning at 11 a.m. Join us for brunch, why don't you, and watch some high school basketball as our championship coverage continues here on a California Championship weekend. 66 events over 3 days starting yesterday. Tomorrow we have got game coverage not only here from Chico State University, but Selland Arena in Fresno, Sleep Train Arena in Sacramento, all around the Bay Area, San Jose, the East Bay. We're doing games in Oakland. We've got a couple tonight in San Francisco going on. We've even got soccer championships for you in the Central Coast section in San Jose as well. More high school sporting events than you know what to do with, folks. Settle into your couch. You got a lot of viewing to do tomorrow, and we hope you'll join us for all that coverage right here on PlayOnSports.com. 18-0 run right now for Enterprise. Thank you to Jared Nelson, our outstanding producer, giving us that information. Hawley in the front court. The give to Graham. He takes it in. He draws a foul.
Yeah, I think that's going to be part of the game plan from here on out. Shasta cannot rely on three-pointers to erase this 19-point deficit. You're really going to need to attack that basket, get to the line, you get some people in foul trouble, and get some key stops.
Then you got to hit your free throws. Graham misses the first. Well, it's an opportunity also with the clock stopped to try to climb your way back in. But, boy, an 18-point comeback with 6:23 remaining would be epic, but not likely. Still, stranger things have happened. I have heard broadcasters say that before, and then something incredible happens. But Enterprise is very much in control right now. There's Evers with a left hand, leaves it a little bit shy, and it rolls off the rim. Golden front court. Jamian around to pick. Hawley around to pick as well. There's a steal. Nice read. Crisosto is going to be fouled by Hawley.
Smart foul there by Hawley. Not to let any opportunity unfold there for the Hornets. Unfortunately, that is going to put them in double bonus, so either way it's going to be two shots.
Yeah, Crisosto back at the free throw line, where he is going to be shooting his 7th and 8th free throws of the game. Makes the first one. 8 and 9. Todd Saturn back in the ball game for the first time in the second half. Saw some minutes in the first half. Second free throw is good. Kalen Crisosto now 7 of 9 from the charity stripe, and it's a 19-point lead for Enterprise. And here's a foul. This one's going to go against Brad Woods. Todd Saturn, excuse me. Saturn got a hand in there and got some of the arm.
And with Iboigbe within fouled out of the game, Jamian really has to be the facilitator of this offense now.
Mason Phillips looking on the interior for Hawley. Now takes it into the key. Nice D, good help by Saturn. Here's the jump shot by Jamian. No. Rebounded by Graham, leaves it short. Evers keeps it alive. Crisosto throws it off a guy in a purple jersey. Woods comes up with it. We got a leg whip against Graham.
Shasta doing everything they can to stay in this game. Sometimes it ends up shooting them in the foot, though, especially with that foul.
It's just so frustrating when you're out there, and you can read it on the kids' faces here for the Shasta Wolves, and we don't mean to make light of it, but you're trying as hard as you can. You're in a championship game against a team you have knocked on the door with all season long. You have moments where it's all coming together for you, and you've scored 1 point. 1 point in the fourth quarter, 9 in the second half, and your opponent is close to 30.
Well, Enterprise has been very dominant over this team. The first two meetings, Shasta was held to 6 and 7 points in the fourth quarter, so they really put on the screws against this team.
Graham with the rebound. Jamian front court Phillips. Jamian around to pick by John Kay. That is a big body. I'd use that as a pick anytime. Kay gets knocked down. Three-pointer by Jamian is good.
Well, the big tree falls down, but it opens up a nice three for Jamian right there.
Kay was not happy about that. I think he might have gotten stepped on the play and took some umbrage. Here's a kick out, Fitzhugh. Woods swung around Saturn. Saturn back to Woods. And now we got a timeout call by Enterprise. 4:48 left in the game, 55-39. Coach Hayworth, I think, sensing that maybe the team needed to get resynchronized offensively, calls the timeout. And you could look at that and go, well, there's 16 seconds on the shot clock. Coach, you're up by 16 with 4:48 to play. But after that three by a Jamian, coaches look for where could there be a momentum shift. And you got to credit Coach Hayworth. This is a guy who has been so successful at the high school level, not only with championships, but in his dedication to high school athletes. 34 years of coaching.
Wow.
3 sports a year. Girls volleyball, Enterprise teams always in the hunt. Boys basketball, always in the hunt. I think it's softball in the spring. I'm going on that off of memory. I'll have to double check, but that shows a lot of dedication to the development of high school athletes. And how many kids has Coach Hayworth made an impression on over the course of his career?
I think sometimes he finds some time to sleep, too.
Yeah, I suppose. So he tells you, I think he'd tell you there isn't a whole lot.
Very impressive credentials, though.
And he will also tell you it's all about the kids. So that's probably about 3 more minutes of press than he would normally like. But
well, I'm sure it's the kids that keep him young, certainly.
Yes, Sadern with the ball. Angley back in, swings to Crisosto. Dump down low. Nice block from the backside by a Jamian. Clean play. And then taking it right back. Hall says, you block me, I'll steal it from you.
That's really Holly's responsibility to tell him, heads up, there's a guy coming.
Crisosto on the drive. Fitzhugh. Hall. Sadern.
The Hornets being...
And now another timeout call by Enterprise with 14 on the shot clock and 4:08 left to play.
Maybe he just knows that he can't take any of those timeouts home, so he's just going to use them while he can.
Maybe he wants me to talk about him a little bit more. Maybe Coach has got a feed going on his cell phone over there.
Oh, boy.
I seriously doubt that, folks. 4:08 left in the ball game, 55-38 the score. Nick, it really started to turn after Shasta got that lead in the early part of the third quarter. They came out great. Golden had 3 points right away. Graham had a couple of free throws and then hit a 3. It looked like Shasta was starting to assert themselves in the game, but then Enterprise came back, and it just looked like the Wolves got tired and out of it a little bit mentally. The concentration started to lag just a touch, and when that happens, it's like blood in the water around Enterprise.
No, I couldn't agree more, and with that concentration came with a slew of turnovers on this end of the court that really sunk the Wolves' ships. And I think the Hornets really found the pace that they really wanted to play the whole game. Space Check really slowed down. I think the team just slowed down a lot. And they really found their rhythm.
Spacek still out of the game after turning that ankle toward the end of the third quarter. Now we got a foul. Angley's going to go to the line. And Austin Ajamian is just fouled out of the game. Well, it is not the last game of his high school career, nor is it for Brandon Eboigbaden, who fouled out earlier, but as Shasta advances to the state tournament, they will be on the road.
It's going to be interesting to see who brings the ball up the court for the Wolves for the remaining 4 minutes. I'm sure the Hornets salivating at any prospect that comes off the bench at this point.
Angley to the free throw line. 4:04 to go in the game. Up off the bench was Taylor Edgington. So Edgington and Russell in as well, with Hawley, John Kay, and Mason Phillips. First free throw good by Angley.
You know, I don't think it was not only the exhaustion, that it could have been the exhaustion played a part of it, but Shasta really lost their dedication to defense, particularly defensive rebounding in the second half.
Yeah, they've done so well, offensive glass and defensive glass in the first half, as that second free throw is no good. Rebound to Phillips. 56-38, under 4 minutes to play. Edgington to Russell. Phillips. Spin move in the key. Kick out. Hawley's going to take a 3. In and out. No. Wow. Edgington goes up high and keeps the ball alive and then knocks it out of bounds. He came flying in from out of nowhere and almost high jumped over Evers.
I was going to say, some big hops by the little man right there.
Edgington at 5'8", almost jumped his height. 3:35 remaining. And this one's going to end up in our producer Jared Nelson's hands, and he was thinking 3 from where he's sitting, about 35 feet away. 3:32 left. Turnover to Shasta. 56-38 the score. Enterprise going to win their 6th title in 7 years, their 2nd in a row.
And that's just consistency you don't see on any level of high school athletics.
We got a foul on Evers. And John Kialihi Nohomoku to the free throw line. And he is going to try to get in the book from the board, or excuse me, get in the book from the free throw line in this game. He's got 2 coming up. Saturn checks back in for Fitzhugh. That one's in and out. Evers the rebound. Triple team on Chrysosto. Shasta trying to get out and attack defensively. Saturn skip pass far side.
Evers really needs to take advantage of that mismatch down low.
Chrysosto bumped by Russell, no call. 5 on the shot clock. Here's a long 3 by Angley, and he hits it. How do you know it's your day? With 2 seconds on the shot clock, you can win from 25. Somewhere Steph Curry is jealous.
It might be his birthday with that throw right there.
59-38. Here's a 3 by Phillips. That's short. Woods the rebound. 2:25 to go. We'll turn our attention to PlayOnSports.com player of the game honors. We'll have Angley even faked one from 35. If he hits a shot like that, I'm going home. Evers the layup and the foul. It is all over but the coronation right here, folks. 2:14 to go. Evers to the foul line.
And I think Evers was another key point to that Enterprise turnaround in the second half. Picked up 2 critical fouls in the first half, a quick 3rd foul in the 3rd quarter, but has really put in some nice minutes since then and has really been the interior presence that the Hornets kind of desired for most of the game.
Jake Calloway, coach's son, in the ball game. Mason McCall is checked in for Shasta. Free throw no good. Brandon Williams back in. He gets the rebound. I'm a little surprised we didn't see Williams earlier.
I am too, Jeff.
Edgerton with 2:03 to go. Here's the pass into Williams. It's going to be broken up by Evers out of bounds. 18 on the shot clock. And a whole new set of 5 coming in for Enterprise.
And deservedly so, they get a standing ovation from the crowd behind us.
Sarn Saturn checks in. Jacob Parent. Dominique Stewart in the ball game. Also Colton Deaver. And we'd be remiss if we didn't mention Brian Haig as well. 1:45 to go. Here's a pull-up by Edgerton. Battle for the loose ball, and the rebound goes to Colton Deaver. Deaver in the front court. The junior, you're looking a little bit of the future here for Enterprise next season. Is Dominique Stewart a junior in the game? Sarn Saturn a junior. Haig a junior. Jacob Parrott, the lone senior out there. 4 of these 5 guys will likely be getting significant playing time next year for the Hornets. Into the post, looking to make a move. That's McCall. McCall gets trapped along the baseline, floats one up. Williams, a nice putback.
It's either a really bad shot or a great pass.
1:05 remaining. Well, certainly a shot under duress. And Williams with his athleticism, he made a number of plays early in the early going. You thought maybe he'll really get on a roll and spark this team. But foul trouble hurt. This one's turned over by Callaway. Williams was out of the game, and he just wasn't able to establish himself beyond that first quarter.
No, I agree. I thought, from the get-go he would have a huge impact, but he's been quiet ever since that first quarter.
47 seconds left. Deaver on the drive. Back to Haig, to Deaver. Corner Saturn right along the sideline. 15 on the shot clock. Skip past far side. Posting up. That's Dominique Stewart with the basketball. Double team. Fade away. Williams with the block and the foul. Stewart to the foul line. For Williams, that's his 4th. 28 seconds to play. Stay tuned for the PlayOnSports.com postgame show. Following the awards ceremony, we'll have an interview with our player of the game from the victorious Enterprise Hornets.
Tip of the cap to the Hornets for a fantastic season as they move on to 25-3 heading into that state tournament next week.
They're going to be a tough out, especially starting at home. Both the boys teams and the girls teams going to be playing at home for Enterprise. Stewart misses both. Battle for the loose ball. Off. Enterprise out of bounds. 23.5 seconds left.
Yeah, I think the Hornets' speed and their conditioning is really what could carry them through that tournament next week.
Well, Division III is not easy. Here's a long jump shot, no good. Stewart the rebound, 12 seconds to play. And now we got a whistle and an elbow against Stewart. And you want to maintain your cool. 10 seconds left, son. You've got a championship trophy to grab.
Run out the clock. Get the trophy. Go hang out with the friends. No need to throw elbows like that.
Into the game. Checking in is Justin Abney. Abney will replace Stewart. It was the 7th team foul, but it was an offensive foul, a non-shooting situation. Lob to Williams. Williams goes up, turnaround jump hook is in. He's in double digits for the game with 10. And that'll just about do it. 61-42. Saturn will take the 3. It will not go, and that is it. Enterprise is your champion with a convincing 19-point victory over the Shasta Wolves. Congratulations to both teams for getting here and to the Enterprise Hornets for winning back-to-back Division III section championships. They do indeed beat the Wolves 4 times in 1 year. Jeff Kurtz alongside Nick Dobus. We'll be back for the PlayOnSports.com post-game show in just a few moments. Again, after the awards ceremony, we'll have an interview with our player of the game from the Enterprise Hornets. Back with more in just a few moments. Please stay with us. Back here on the PlayOnSports.com postgame show, Jeff Kurtz joined by our player of the game with 21 points, leading Enterprise to a big win tonight against Shasta. Kalen Crisosto, thanks so much for joining us. Congratulations, first of all. Back-to-back, how does that sound to you guys?
Yeah, thank you very much. But, it's amazing, Anytime you can come into this place alone, just to be here is fantastic. But to walk away with it 2 for 2 now, it's a really special feeling for everyone at Enterprise, too.
Talk about the challenge it was for you guys coming in here. Obviously a championship on the line, but also an opponent that you'd played 3 times, beaten 3 times, a different way each time by the exact same 7-point number. Were you guys concerned at all coming in with, it's difficult to beat a team 4 times in 1 year. What were practices like this year in preparation for this game?
We practice, as Enterprise, take pride in practice. Every day you go to work, and that's it's for these games right here. And you're not always going to have your best days. And that's when defense comes out, and defense is hard work. So, it is hard to beat a team 4 times, but it makes it easier when you have a staple every single night, and that's hard work and defense, and that's how we get it done as a team.
Well, and that seemed to be the turning point. Shasta took the lead in the third quarter. They came back. They tied it up at the half. They took the lead in the third. And then it seemed like either you guys wore them down physically or mentally. Something happened where they seemed to lose a little bit of steam. Would you say it was at that stage you guys started to make an impression and put your mark on this game?
Definitely. One thing we've done great all season is finish. Like you said, beat Shasta by 7 3 times, all in the fourth quarter, pulling it out. And we came with a different mindset tonight. We didn't think we were 7 points better. We thought we were better than that. And it was a huge game, big rivalry, of course. But I think, just back to being a team. And when it comes down to it, one group is stronger than 5 people all over the court. So.
Well, and Coach Hayworth ran guys in and out in the first half and seemed to settle on a combination in the second half. Has that been how it's gone all year?
Yeah, like to play the hot hand, and a lot about matchups. So, Hayworth does a great job. We all trust each other, and, just a team victory. You saw Jordan Spasha go out. He's the leader on the court, and we just keep on moving. Everyone believes in each other, and that's how we win.
You've had about 10 minutes to enjoy this. I'm now going to ask you a question about state. Excuse me. As you look at the state tournament, how do you think this team stacks up with a home game again this year going into the regional tournament starting on Tuesday?
Yeah, we're looking good. We feel confident, very confident. We had a good preseason against good teams out of the area, so we know what it's going to be like. And this team is very experienced. We got a lot of seniors. Myself and Brandon have been here before in the in states, so we know what to expect already. And our home crowd is great. You saw them out here tonight a little bit.
What support?
Oh, I know. It's crazy in Enterprise. So home games are always huge advantages for us.
So how do you guys go and celebrate this particular victory before you start preparing for next week?
Oh, Hayworth's probably give us a weekend off. We we just celebrate with each other, and then right back at it on Monday. That's something we've done all year, of course, is just get right back at it. Can't get too high, can't get too low.
Well, it's all business for Kalen Crisosto. He's got more basketball games to play, I should say. Congratulations once again, back-to-back champions.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more here on the PlayOnSports.com postgame show in just a few moments, folks. Please stay with us. Wrapping up here on PlayOnSports.com, Jeff Kurtz rejoined by my broadcast partner, Nick Dobis. Nick, we just heard from Kalen Crisosto. It almost seemed like another day at the office for him. Yes, they were very excited. Obviously, they won back-to-back titles, but he said it's defense, it's hard work. We get the weekend off. We're right back at it next week.
That's right. It was almost the tale of 2 different halves right there. Shasta really came out, really inspired, really took control of the rebounding, and really set the pace of the game. But Enterprise kind of shifted momentum right there, especially late in that third quarter with a lot of those key turnovers and whatnot. But, yeah, the beat does to go on for the Enterprise Hornets as they move on to 25-3.
18-0 run during the course of that game. A really impressive performance for Enterprise. Meanwhile, for Shasta, those kids have got to be thinking, what more do we need to do? Against this team, we came so close so many times, and this time it just looked like they wore down the second half.
You have to give the tip of the cap to them because they really played a really hard-fought game all the way up, 3 3/4 of a game. the wheels just kind of came off for them at the wrong time, and after that 15-point deficit heading in the fourth quarter, it was kind of all she wrote after that.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for us today from Chico State. We'll be back here tomorrow morning with 6 more basketball games for you as California Championship weekend continues here in this first weekend of March. Happy March to you, folks. March 1st, we had 4 good games today. We hope to have 6 more good games for you tomorrow in the northern section and other good basketball and soccer games from around the state of California. We are your destination for high school sports. PlayOnSports.com. Good night, everybody.